Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking this time for yourself today on your mat. Make sure to light your incense, surround yourself with your crystals, or just clear out a little bit of space to set up for your practice. All you need is yourself and a yoga mat, really, and someplace that you're not going to be interrupted for the next 30 or so minutes. I do have a playlist below for the class, so if you want to take a moment, you can pause me, you can open up Spotify, make sure you're not on shuffle, and just check your music volume so that when the music comes in, it's not super aggressively loud. And the first few minutes of class, you're not going to hear any music, so if you want to go ahead and just hit play on that, and I'm going to get mine going as well so I know where we're at. And we will get started in a comfortable seat. So maybe that is Sukhasana or easy pose. You can walk your sits bones out from underneath you. Right? Maybe hero's pose, sitting on tops of the heels. Right? Or really you can start in any place you choose, whatever is going to feel like a comfortable place to start your practice. Right? But if we're seated, we'll rest our hands somewhere onto our thighs, elbows will drop. Okay, go ahead and slide our shoulders back just a touch so they stack over the hips. Start to lengthen through the crown of your head. Anchor down through your tailbone. Right, and then either close the eyes or just lower the gaze. And just take a deep breath in through the nose. And a full breath out through the nose. We'll do that again, and just begin to notice how you are showing up on your mat right now in this moment. Right? And there's no perfect way to arrive to your practice. Sometimes we think that we need to be super zen or have it all together before we get to this moment. But take account of how you're actually feeling. Right? Are you feeling a little scattered? Fatigued, overwhelmed, right? Maybe you're feeling really energetic, you're ready to move. But just notice how you feel your energy moving around your body, right? What is the overall tone of how you're feeling? Right? And we're not trying to change anything, we're just cultivating some awareness of where we're at. Right? Because how do we do anything in our lives without some awareness of where we already are? Let's take another deep breath in here. This time we're really going to fill up the lungs, the belly, the heart, so breathe it in. Once you feel like you can't sip in any more air, maybe sip in just a little bit more. And then open mouth, exhale, side out. I'm going to do that again. So maybe even deeper breath in through the nose. Fill up all the way to the top. See if you can sip in a little more air. Open mouth, exhale, side out. All the way out. Right. We'll go ahead and bring one hand to the heart. We'll bring one hand to the belly. Right, so setting an intention here to find some form of harmony, some form of balance between our mind, body, breath, and spirit. Right, and those last two really are kind of the same thing. Right, breath is spirit, spirit is breath. Right, our breath is this intake of energy into our body. And our exhales out is this expelling of energy, right? And it's this movement of energy. And in just a few breaths, everything about how we're feeling can just begin to magically shift. So let's seal the lips here. Let's breathe in through the nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, And slowly breathe out through the nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, and again, breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the nose. Take your time. If it helps to count, count. And I want you to visualize some bright white light just above the space of your head. I want you to imagine this beam of white light shining down through the crown of your head, all the way down your spine, all the way down to the soles of your feet. Just imagine this light shining into your body and spreading throughout every cell. Okay, and start to allow your energy to maybe just gently begin to shift. When you're ready, we'll flutter the eyelids open. We'll go ahead and lower those arms beside us. We'll just take a nice deep breath in. So inhale, circle sweep, arms reach up, look up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Again, deep breath in, circle sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And this time, inhale, circle sweep, arms reach up. Exhale, left palm plants right arm up and over, side body stretch. Anchor down through the right hip, maybe spiral your chest towards the sky. Breathe in, both arms come up. Exhale, planting the right palm, left arm up and over, side body stretch. Again, maybe spiral the heart space towards the sky. Breathe in, we'll lift through center. Breath out, we're gonna twist, looking over the left shoulder. So right hand to the outer side of that thigh. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Find that rotation through your waistline. Unwind through center. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale and twist over to the other side. Imagine your back arm acting as a little kickstand to help you find a little more length through the spine. Our inhale will bring us back through center. Both arms reach up. Exhale, hands plant in front of us. We'll roll over the knees and we'll find our way to tabletop. So hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, right? Maybe swaying the hips side to side a little bit. Maybe shaking the head side to side, right? Maybe beginning to kind of round through the body. And whenever you feel called to, you can start to turn this into a little cat-cow. So dropping the belly, lifting the heart, breathing in. And then as you exhale, rounding through the spine, finding cat. Right? And then just kind of organically adding on anything that feels good. You take some big barrel rolls through the body, right? Some sways side to side. Maybe a child's pose is calling you, right? And just allow yourself to move. And if you're not sure what's gonna feel good, right, just start to experiment. There's no way that you can mess this up. We'll eventually make our way back into tabletop here. Inhale, we're gonna lift the left arm high. Follow the hand with the gaze. Just roll out that wrist a little bit, wiggle out through the fingertips. Big breath in. Exhale, we're gonna bring that hand to low back, palm facing out, and just slide the shoulder away from the ear. Maybe peel the heart space up a little higher. Inhale, left arm lifts up. And then exhale, it's modified side plank. So kickstand the right knee, left foot will come to the back edge of your mat. Stack left shoulder over right. Stack your left hip over your right. And then maybe float the left foot here, right? And flex the toes and really push your left heel towards the back ear space. Take a big breath in. Exhale as you lower down to the mat, finding tabletop. Inhale, we'll peel the right arm high right away. And look up towards the hand, little wrist circles, little wiggle of the fingertips. Big inhale. Exhale, right hand to low back, palm facing out, maybe reaching towards the left hip crease. Just slide your right shoulder away from your ear and draw your heart space towards the sky. Breath in, right arm lifts. Breath out, modified side plank. So kickstand the left foot, inside edge of your right foot to the back of the mat this time. And then focus on stacking right shoulder over left, right hip over left, strong core, and then we'll float the right leg. So flexing the right foot, the toes on your right foot are pointed straight forward, same direction as your belly button, and then really press back through that heel. So really strong through the leg. Take up a little more space in your body, big breath in. Tabletop, full breath out. Cow pose, drop the belly, roll the heart forward, breathe in. Toes tuck, downward facing dog, breath out. Hips high, right? Maybe widen out the arms a little bit, maybe pedal out the feet. Tune into your breath and tune into your body, right? Maybe try something you've never done before in this downward dog, right? Rather than just going through kind of the same motions, right? Doing the same thing that we've done over and over a million times before, just because that's how we've always done it, right? Just because that's how we've always done it doesn't necessarily mean that we should keep doing it that way, right? So maybe roll to the outer edges of the feet. Right? Maybe you play around with bending the knees a little more and see how it feels. Maybe you can find a little more length in the spine. One more big breath in. As you exhale, soften the heels towards your mat. Inhale here, high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float top of your mat. From here, we'll separate the feet out wide for a ragdoll. So hands to opposite shoulders here. Release the weight of your head. Maybe invite in a little bit of a sway side to side. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, release fingertips down. Inhale, take a halfway lift. So lengthen through the spine, side the shoulders away from the ear, strong core. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands towards the backs of the calves, right? Draw the crown of your head down towards the mat. Maybe a little bit deeper. Stretch here into the hamstrings. One more inhale. One more full breath out. Inhale, circle sweep. Hands to the sky, high mountain pose. Shoulders away from the ears, right? Seal down the big toe mound of the foot, pinky toe mound, the heel, and a slight lifting through the arch. Strong through the core. We'll take a big breath in. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward, little open arm twist, right? Keep drawing the front of the right hip crease forward. And then inhale for baby back bend. So right hand back of the thigh, left arm reaching up and back. Good. And then exhale, we're gonna fold with a twist. So bend into the left knee, left fingertips come to the mat, right arm reaches towards the sky. Big breath in. Forward fold, full breath out. Inhale, rise right away, root down through the heels, circle, sweep, arms to sky, breathe in. Exhale, open arm twist, left arm back, right arm forward this time. Good, keep drawing the left hip crease forward. And then inhale for that baby back bend. So left hand to the back of the left thigh, right arm is reaching up and back. Exhale, fold with a twist, bend into the right knee, right fingertips to the mat, left arm to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen through the spine, strong core. Plant your palms, step it back, high plank pose. Turn on the legs, turn on the core. Take your eye gaze towards the top of the mat. Inhale, shift forward on the toes. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Elbows hug the rib cage here. Untuck the toes. Baby cobra, breath in. Draw the heart space up and away from the mat. Breath out, lower down. Baby cobra, big breath in, lengthen up. Breath out, lower down. One more time, low cobra, inhale, lift. Breath out, lower. Your choice, tabletop or high plank, strong through your core. Inhales, you lift away from your mat. Hips high, exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, inhale, sweep the right heel high. So keep flexing the right foot. Draw your pinky toe towards the mat. Find length through both sides of the waistline. Soften through the left heel. Big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Breath out, step it all the way through, low lunge. Left palm plants, right arm to the sky, breathe in, simple twist. Hug your right hip towards the back of the mat. Find the rotation in your waistline here. One more breath in. Listen up, cat lunge is your breath out. So right hand frames your right foot, shift your hips up and back, 2 straighter legs. Folding your chest over your right thigh. Softening left heel towards the mat. And then hug your outer right hip towards the back of the mat. Energy through the big toe mound of the right foot. Cow lunge is a breath in, 2 bent knees, dip your hips, roll your heart space forward. Downward facing dog. So plant your palms, step right foot back to meet your left foot. Good, breathe in, sweep the left heel high this time. Try to keep the body weight even in both palms, lengthen through the waistline, really squeeze the backside of the left leg. Big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, 3-legged dog, left heel up and back. Step it through, low lunge, breath out. Plant the right palm, breathe in, left arm to the sky, simple twist. Good. Hug the outer left hip back, maybe a light squeeze of the inner thighs in towards one another. And then cat lunge is your breath out. So plant the left palm, shift your hips up and back. So fold over the left thigh, 2 straighter legs. Allow your right heel to drop towards the mat. Release through the head, neck, and shoulders. Cow lunge is a big breath in. So dip your hips, 2 bent knees, roll your heart space forward and up. Plant the palms, step it back, downward facing dog, left foot beside right. Inhale, high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float, top of your mat. Inhale, right away, mountain pose, circle sweep, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, circle sweep, arms up. We're gonna pick up the pace just a bit. Exhale, open arm twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Breathe in, baby back bend, tip it up and back. Breath out, fold with a twist. Bend into the left knee, left fingertips to the mat. Breathe in, lengthen up through the right arm. Breath out, forward fold. Mountain, inhale, circle sweep, rise. Exhale, open arm twist. Left arm back, right arm forward. Tip it up and back, baby back bend. Breathe in. Fold with a twist. Bend into the right knee, right fingertips to the mat. Inhale, focus on that twist. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen through your spine. Plant palms, step it back, high plank pose. Listen up, inhale, shift forward on the toes. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the mat, you decide. Breathe in, it's low cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. Downward facing dog, full breath out. Inhale, sweep the right heel high. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist. Breathe in, 3-legged. Breath out, step it through, low lunge. Left palm plants. Inhale, right arm high, simple twist. Cat lunge as you breathe out, shift the hips up and back. Cow lunge, inhale, 2 bent knees, dip the hips. Downward facing dog, breath out. Breathe in, left heel high. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist. Breathe in, 3-legged. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, low lunge. Left arm to the sky, simple twist, breathe in. Cat lunge, breath out, shift the hips back, fold over the left thigh. Cow lunge, inhale, dip your hips, 2 bent knees. Downward facing dog, breath out. Inhale, high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float, top of your mat. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, circle sweep, arms to sky. Exhale, chair pose, sit your hips down and back. So arms can stay lifted, right? Hands can come to heart center if that feels better on your shoulders. Legs can be together, and if they are, squeeze through the inner thighs, squeeze through the core. Right, you can also separate the feet hip width apart. That feels better on the lower back. Shoulders back, right? You're sinking your hips down and back, a little bit of a hinge forward from the hips. We're gonna take a big breath in here. Lean and fly, full breath out, strong through the core. Okay, option to stay here. Option for drinking bird, so lifting the heels up off of the mat and then dipping your beaks down towards the mat. And if you wobble and shake, that is part of the process, right? One more breath in. Exhale, set your heels down. Inhale, chair pose, sweep the arms forward. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Breath out, plant your palms, step your right foot back, low lunge. High crescent lunge, inhale, sweep the arms up. So see if you can square your hips forward here, right? Energy through the back heel, deep bend into the left knee. Knit your low ribs together, take a big breath in. Exhale, open arm twist. So left arm back, right arm forward. Okay, we've done this before. Tip it up and back for exalted. Little baby back bend, breathe in. Feel that stretch from hip crease to fingertips. Warrior two is your breath out. So seal the right heel down to the mat, stretch the arms out wide. Keep the bend in the left knee. Right, and back foot's at kind of a 45-degree angle here. One more inhale, gaze over the left fingertips. One more full breath out. Reverse your triangle. So breathe in, straighten the front leg, bump your hips forward, reach the left arm up and back. And then triangle pose on the breath out. So bump your hips back, stretch it forward, 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 and then open the arms 6 and 12 o'clock, strong through the core. Reverse your warriors and inhale, rebend into the front knee, reach the left arm up and back. And then listen up, take your eye gaze forward. We're going balancing half moon. So reach your left fingertips forward, forward. You might take a half step in with the back foot, or you might just float the back foot up. But this is a lot like that modified side plank we did earlier. Right, steady your gaze. See if you can stack right shoulder over left, right hip over left, right? Flex your right foot, push back through that right heel like we did in side plank. Big breath in, expand. Shiva squat is your breath out. Right knee behind left, sit your hips low, hands come to heart center, strong core. Flex your right heel, draw it in towards your glute. Take a breath in. Breath out, see if you can sink a little more. Standing splits is your inhale. So fold over the left thigh, kick the right heel straight out behind you. If you like more of a balance challenge, right hands can wrap around the left ankle here. Let's stay here, one more big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, see if you can find a little more lift through your right leg. And then exhale, step it all the way back, low lunge. Inhale, peel your left arm up, simple twist. Exhale, horizon roll to the outer edges of the feet. Inhale brings us back through simple twist. And then exhale is gonna take us to chaturanga. So option to float your left leg, lower halfway to the mat. Breathe in, upward facing hearts lift. Breath out, downward facing, hips high. Inhale, high in your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float, top of your mat. Inhale, circle, sweep, rise, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in, circle, sweep, arms up. Breath out, sit the hips back, chair pose. Stay here for an inhale. Lean and fly, exhale. Option here again, drinking bird, right? So lift the heels, dip your beaks. Your other option is diver's pose. So straightening through the legs, right? You're peering right off the edge of your mat. Big breath in. Heels down, breath out, sweep the arms forward, chair pose. Forward fold, breath out. Halfway lift, lengthen through the spine, breathe in. Palm slant, step the left foot back, low lunge, breath out. High crescent lunge, inhale and rise. So couple breaths, settle in here, right? Strong through the back leg, strong through the front leg, lifted through the core and the upper body, shoulders soften away from your ears. Big breath in. Open arm twist, breath out. Right arm back, left arm forward. Find that twist in the waistline. Inhale for exalted, tip it up and back, that baby back bend. Big stretch, hip crease to fingertips. Warrior two is your breath out. Spin left heel to the mat, stretch the arms out wide. Take your eye gaze right over the right fingertips here. Deepen the bend into the right knee. Seal down the outer edge of the back foot. So push your left heel into the mat, fire up your glute. Inhale, reverse your triangle. So straighten your front leg, bump your hips forward, right arm stretching up and back. Big, big stretch. Triangle pose is your breath out. Bump your hips back, stretch the right arm forward. Open up the arms. Good, strong through the core. Keep pushing your hips back, lifting chest towards the sky. Inhale, reverse your warrior. So bend into your front knee, stretch the right arm up and back. And then balancing half moon. So take the eyes forward first, shift the body weight, and then launch it on up. Might help to bring left hand to left hip to start, and then open the arms out. So left shoulder stacks over right, left hip stacks over right, flex your left foot, push through that heel. Wobbling and shaking is part of the process, right? It's why this is called a practice. Big breath in, expand. Shiva squat, breath out, left knee behind right, hands to heart center. Squeeze left heel to glute, sink the hips low, breathe in. Breath out, see if you can sink just a little lower. Standing splits, inhale. Kick your left heel back, fold over the right leg. For a balance challenge, hands can wrap around the ankle, maybe one, maybe both. Keep the strength in the backside of the left leg. Take a big breath in. Step it back, low lunge, breath out. Plant left palm, inhale, right arm high. Exhale, horizon. Roll to the outer edges of the feet, dip the hips. Inhale, low lunge, plant the palm. Exhale, chaturanga. So option to float the right leg lower halfway to the mat. Breathe in, upward facing, hearts lift. Breath out, downward facing dog, hips high. Whew. Beautiful, beautiful job. Inhale here, right heel high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, shoulders over wrists. Breathe in, right heel high. Exhale, right foot steps outside the right hand, runner's lunge, and just pause here. So push back through the left heel. Right? Sometimes we're in such a hurry to get to the next place, we miss out on where we already are. So just hold this runner's lunge for a moment. Back knee lowers to the mat, untuck your toes, right? Right hand to the inside of the right thigh, maybe roll towards the outer edge of the foot. Maybe roll the hips around just a touch. Right, an option for cat grabs its tail. So circle sweep, right arm up and around as left knee bends, capturing the foot. Breathe in. Full breath out. Release the foot, right hand to the mat, right foot to the mat, back toes tuck. Inhale, right heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, heel to glute, open up the right hip, scorpion dog. Breathe in, find some lift and length here. And then breath out, half pigeon. So right knee behind right wrist-ish. We'll untuck the back toes, walk your hands in towards you, and take some time to set yourself up. So lengthening through the back leg. Right, and then if it feels good, you can go ahead and take this forward, finding a sleeping pigeon. If it feels better to take this shape on your back, a reclined figure four is another option. But we're just here. One more big breath in. One more full breath out. Hands beneath the shoulders. Back toes tuck. Back knee lifts. Breathe in, right heel to the sky. Three-legged dog. Breath out, right foot beside left, downward facing. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, just a little tap. Breathe in, left heel high. Exhale, step left foot outside the left hand, runner's lunge, and then just pause. Right, push back through the right heel, deep bend into the left knee. Maybe you're pressing left arm into the left leg, leg into the arm. Inhale. Exhale, it's back knee to the mat. Untuck your toes. Right, left hand inside edge of that thigh. Right, maybe roll to the outer edge of the foot. Option for cat grabs its tail. Inhale, circle sweep, left arm up and back, capturing the right foot this time. Notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling as you start to slow the pace again. Release the foot. Both hands to the mat. Tuck the back toes, back knee lifts. Breathe in, left heel high, three-legged. Breath out, scorpion dog, heel to glute, and then breathe and peel the left hip open and wide. Half pigeon, left knee behind left wrist. Okay, untuck the back toes, walk your hands in, lift your chest. See if you can square off hips and shoulders. Okay, option to stay here, option to fold, option to take this onto your back if that feels better. And just notice this journey we've been on. Right, from the first breath as we began this practice, all the way up until now. Hands plant beneath the shoulders. Back toes tuck. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, lower left foot to the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down to the mat. We're just going to go ahead and make our way onto our backs. Right, so we'll lie down onto our backs and we'll just gather the knees in towards the chest. Lengthen through the neck, maybe rocking side to side. Maybe start to take some circles with the knees. Maybe a happy baby or a supine twist. Right, just kind of ask your body what would feel good and do that. And if you're not sure what would feel good, that's okay. Maybe just experiment and listen. Your body is always going to tell you what feels best. Using these next few breaths to start transitioning. Right, transitioning onto our backs. Beginning to make our way into our final resting pose. So legs out wide, arms out wide. Finding Savasana whenever you're ready. And imagining that this pose is the most important of all of the poses you've done today. So take a big breath in and a full breath out. Allow yourself to fully let go. Take a deeper breath in here and a fuller, slower breath out. And just continue to lengthen and deepen your breath. Right? The most subtle and gentle way of bringing some awareness back to your body. And you're welcome to finish your practice here on your backs. But if you're ready to move on, we'll start to wiggle the fingertips and the toes. And as you feel ready, we'll just gently roll ourselves off to one side. And make our way up to a comfortable seat, keeping those eyes sealed shut for as long as possible. And I'll meet you with my hands at heart center. With so much love and gratitude, thank you so much for taking this time for yourselves, right? For showing up for yourselves, taking ownership over your mat. From my heart, I bring my hands to third eye center. And it is from the space above my crown, from which we are all connected, that I humbly bow forward, sealing in this sweet time together. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day.